Hey guys, PsyStarcraft here, bringing you yet another wonderful, friend-filled giblet commentary. So before we get underway, I want to cover a few things that my past videos have brought up. For one, I love all my giblets all the same. The swastika is no indication of any bleeds or something. Someone said he was really bored and that's just what happened, and that's right, it just kind of came out. I was thinking of designs that I could make which would be really easy, and then like trying to get into the brain of my opponents when they wake up and look at that. And so I'm pretty sure that the reversed straightened swastika, which apparently makes me a hater of Jewish people, caused the opponent to leave. So there's that. I'm not a Jew hater. And next, you guys gave me a lot of great words for kill. Some some of them I did write down because there's no way I'd remember them, even though I had heard of the words before. And finally, we have a new member on the SCaudios.com website, and that is my life. And we've actually been playing a lot of twos. He's a cool guy. He's good at StarCraft, a great partner. Sometimes he likes to attack a little bit too earlier, and I punched him in the jejunum for that. But check out his audios. He's got about 3 on the website right now, including one of yours truly, which I might have lost. So check that out. And finally, let's get to the game here. I'm playing Love, the blue toss in the bottom left, and I am Psy, the red Zerg in the top right. And I said GL, have fun, and he said you too. And if you look at his name, it says love you too, and I was like, wow, that's a bit too much. I don't know if I love you. And we basically had a discussion on, what the word means. So if you want, you can rewind and check out that discussion because it's very deep, as I say so right there. Anyway, I went with a 15 hatch on this map. I believe it's called Steps of War. And that is very risky because there are only 2 starting positions on this map, and they are very close. I mean, look at this natural expansion. Look how close that is to his gateway. It's like, stone's throw. So I'm going to have to struggle to keep this up because he did get a fairly fast gateway, and he's already got a zealot coming out. My pool is only halfway done. He's chrono boosting for another zealot, so this could spell trouble for me here. Meanwhile, I've got nice saturation with 17 drones on my mineral line. He has about 16. So if I'm able to hold this, then I'll be in good shape. And I say, yeah, that's most definitely a zealot because I was not expecting one that early. And Love says he's angry too. So some background on Love. Love is a first-ranked platinum player in one of the lower divisions. He's got a record of 60 and 34. So for a first-ranked platinum player, he doesn't have the best record, but he's still obviously a decent player. He's pummeling down my hatchery. It looks like it's going to go down. I'm struggling to train a queen and lings right away, but I'm forced to pull, about 7, I have 8 drones off the line. I just want to decoy this as long as I can and try to keep the hatchery alive. Possibly he could have just kept focusing it and, worried about getting it down, but he chose to turn around and fight my Zerglings and drones. Hatchery still has a sliver of life. I think he might have been able to kill it, but it looks like he's going to continue to fight my lings off. 2 more lings coming in. He needs to turn around and focus that hatchery. All the zealots very weak, so some poor micro by me. Queen comes out with 2 more lings, finishes off those 3 weak zealots. 2 more lings coming down, and at this point I am going to be able to save that hatchery for now. It's debatable whether or not he could have focused it down and survived before I was able to kill his zealots. My hunch is yes, but he would have lost all of his zealots. I would have had 2 queens, maybe 2 queens if my other one popped out, but I would have had a queen, a lot of lings, and the same saturation as him. So even if he did kill the hatchery, it wouldn't be a huge game-breaking setback. It would put me at a disadvantage, yes, but I wouldn't say that, I automatically lose because of that. I'm working on getting my saturation up because he did kill quite a few drones there. I'm only at 13, you can see, compared to his 21. And it looks like he is setting up he's preparing to set up a natural expansion here with this photon cannon powered by this pylon up on the hill, so it's kind of neat. 2 zealots only compared to my, 5 zerglings or so. Couple queens, so I do have the double queen going for me, so I can get double eject larva and lots of production. And also an early creep tumor, as you can see here. So that's always cool. When you have 2 queens right away, you can just, get the creep tumors flowing, which is pretty sweet. Roach Warren going up. Because he was able to kill a lot of my drones, I put up a Roach Warren very early because I was afraid of some kind of, like 7 or 8 zealot push, something like that, to try to finish me off. so I want to get some roaches out there. Roaches have been nerfed to 1 armor instead of 2. They move a little bit slower while they're burrowed as well, which was kind of a ridiculous change because no one used that too much anyway in platinum level play, and now they're definitely not going to use it. And also they nerfed Hydras down to 80 HPs. I wasn't too happy about that nerf. I understand the Roach nerf. I actually enjoyed that nerf a lot, even as a Zerg player. Hydras, I don't know if they had to go down to 80 HP, but you know, in the experience I've had in the game since, it seems like it was a fine nerf. I mean, they're supposed to be back behind Roaches and Lings or other units anyway, so it didn't impact, you know, the overall metagame too much. Terran Void Ray got changed a little bit. It is a bit, depending on how you look at it, it's better against light units now, but it takes a longer time to do good damage against armored units now. So, you know, there's an up and a down for that. And finally, Terran had Marauders nerfed. Thank God, finally. They now have to research their concussive shells at the tech lab on their barracks. And it takes about 80 seconds, so any timing attacks they use will probably be 80 seconds later now. It costs 100 gas and 100 minerals to research. Great change there. And one last change, and then we'll get back to the game at hand. Factories, the production of siege tanks and Thors were reduced. Siege tanks by 5 seconds and Thors by about 15 seconds. So I like that change as well. Gets Terran to try to encourage their factory use with tanks and such. And anyway, we are now at 2 bases apiece. Looks like I do have better saturation. Once I saw this expansion, I was like, okay, this is the go-ahead to just keep on pumping drones. So I just went crazy. All-out drones. You can see my income is beating him. I picked up my 3rd gas there. I'm already in lair tech with my evolution chamber. And you're going to see me putting down a Hydralisk den pretty quick here. I don't feel comfortable going Mutas just because a lot of Protoss, especially, you know, Love, rank 1 Protoss, will be able to handle that. He already has 4 sentries. Meanwhile, my creep tumor is kind of crawling across the map, so that's going to be great. I can fight anywhere out here, and especially with force field, it's really nice to have creep tumors with the creep, because sometimes you need to run your Lings around or micro your roaches to get up closer, something like that. But I have a good number of roaches, and I could have possibly even attempted kind of a mid-game push right here. I've got a lot of roaches and quite a bit of Lings. It would have been tough. He would have needed some nice force fields and some micro, but I think, you know, with these cannons, I would have been pushed back. But without those cannons, I would have had a great shot at taking him down. There goes my Hydralisk den. Still ahead in the harvester count, so smart move really pushing those drones for the eco, because I am up on him on minerals, and 2 base against Zerg versus Protoss is good in my opinion. I like waiting it out. Earlier, I think I missed it. I did send in an Overlord here to see what he was getting, and I saw the Twilight Council, and I assumed he'd be getting Dark Templars. I didn't see any kind of robotics facility, so I didn't expect Colossi, so I wasn't worried about the Hydra Den and massing Hydras or massing Roaches and Zerglings. So I'm feeling pretty good at this point. I did take down this set of rocks, destructible rocks. I'm expecting to expand up there. First set of Hydras coming out, as well as my first attack upgrade, which just finished. You'll see me researching another attack upgrade in a second. Roach speed is finished as well, and my Hydra range is being upgraded. Moving an Overlord out, I'm not sure what he's doing. Placing that 3rd hatchery. In the meantime, just a few Stalkers, some Sentries, and some Zealots, so a very well-rounded army on both of our sides here. We've each got, you know, like the 3 core units, core early game units of our army. I don't see him researching any, or warping in any High Templar or Dark Templar as of now. He does have the Templar archives, however. Destructible rocks now going down, expecting to expand in the mid-left as well, while my expansion is going down in the mid-right. And we have an infestation pit going up. Going up, going down, same thing. Harvester count about even right now. I still have 1 more drone than him, so you'll see mine kind of kick up a little bit higher than his every once in a while. We both have the 4 gas going. And he has 2 High Templar now.